morning. In the last class, we have studied concept of internal energy. That is internal energy. Internal energy it is denoted by the letter U is equal to the internal sum of internal kinetic energy and internal potential energy. Okay, and the SI unit of energy is the joule. Internal energy is also joule. So that means if Q amount of energy is supplied to a system, so this amount of energy is out of this amount of energy, some part of energy is used to increase its internal energy of the system. That means to increase the temperature of the system, and remaining part, this is the internal energy, and remaining part is used to increase the or to doing the work done against the external pressure. Means the change in the internal energy U equals to Q minus W. So this is the internal energy. Okay, we have studied in the last class. So in this class we are studying internal energy as a state function. So today's topic is internal energy as a state function. Means we can say that internal energy as a state function or not. So how we can confirm that is internal energy as a state function? So for that, so let us consider a gaseous system. This is the PV diagram. This is called the pressure volume diagram. This is the P axis and this is the V axis. So in that we are taking the gaseous system, means the initial state is the change of initial state. A is the initial state of the system, and this B is the final state of the change in the state of the system as a final state B. So in going from this initial state A to final state B, there are four types of path. If we are taking, this is the first path, this is the second path, this is the third path, and this is the fourth path. Okay, so when the system changes its initial state to final state through the path 1, so Q is the amount of Q1. So Q1 is the amount of energy supplied. Amount of energy supplied, and out of this this is the total amount of energy supplies, and out of this amount of energy, W1 is the work done in going from initial state A to final state B. Okay, so therefore the change in internal energy we write here delta U1 for the first part. So this delta U1 is equals to Q1 minus W1. So this is the first equation for the first part. Okay, so then when the system changes from initial state A to the final state B, okay, in going from initial state A to final state B through the path 2, so for that we are doing Q2. We are supplying Q2 is the amount of work done, amount of energy, total amount of energy supplied, and by using this amount of energy, W1 is the work done, W2 for the part 2, W2 is the amount of work done in going from initial state A to final state B. Okay, so this is the work done against external pressure, work done. Good. So therefore, the change in internal energy as a delta U2 equals to Q2 minus W2. So this is the second equation. Okay, so in this way when the system undergoes the changes initial state A to final state B through the path 3. So there also internal energy change as a W3 for path 3. So that's why the suffix 3. So this is can be calculated. Q3 amount of heat is supplied to a system in going from A to B, and W3 is the amount of work done. Amount of work done does by this system A to B in going from A to B. So this is the third expression. So same as here, we can calculate the change in internal energy for the path 3, that is delta U4 is equals to Q4 minus W4. Okay, so these are the fourth change when we are going from path 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is found that although the system absorbs different amount of energy in the first Q1 amount of heat is energy supplied, in the path 2 in going from path 2 Q2 amount of heat is supplied, in path 3 Q3 amount of heat is supplied, and in the path 4 Q4 amount of heat is supplied. So there are different amount of energy supplied to a system. So for that different amount of work done is done by the system, that is W1, W2, W3 and W4. So different amount of work done in the passing from initial state A to the final state B. Okay. So but the difference of heat absorbed and the work done of the system is the same for each path. That is this Q2, Q1 minus W1 equals to Q2 minus W2 equals to Q3 minus W3 equals to Q4 minus W4, and this found to be same, means this value is the constant. Okay, means the change in internal energy for any path 1, 2, 3 in going from initial state A to final state B, there are 4 types of path, 4 types of 1, 2, 3, 4, and this change in internal energy of the system in going from initial state A to final state B. So this change in internal energy of the system, it is found to be constant. Okay. So thus we can say that the change in internal energy between the two thermodynamic states depends only on the initial state of the system to the final state. Okay, it only depends on A to B, means the initial state to the final state. It does not depend on the path, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. In performing this situation A to B to different path 1, 2, 3, 4, there is a change in internal energy of all the paths become constants. So that's why it does not depend on the path by which the change is brought between the two states. In other words, we can say that the internal energy is the state function, not the path function. Okay, so this is the concept of internal energy as a state function. Okay, you got it? So once again, in going from A to B, initial state A to B, Q1 amount of heat is supplied and W1 amount of work done is happened. So that's why change in internal energy for the path 1. So this is delta U1 is equals to Q1 minus W1. Same as we go from A to B through the path 2. So this is the internal energy change, that is delta U2 equals to Q2 minus W2. So same we can calculate the change in energy for the path 3 and 4, and this total change in internal energy is found to be constant. Okay. So it is found that all the changes it is constant. So that's why you can say that the internal energy does not depend on the path. It only depend on the state, that is initial state A to the final state A, by which the change is brought between the two states. Okay. So that's why internal energy is the function of the state of the system. Thank you. So in the next class we will see the important topic, first law of thermodynamics. This is the most important topic in the thermodynamics. This is the starting topic, that is first law of thermodynamics. Okay, thank you.